Arizona in southwest North America. Rough and red, scrubby and dry, monumental, magnificent. Nogales in southern Arizona, none of the above. 3 people bolting across the North American continent in a motorhome. One with greasy hair, one with long beard, one with sticky out ears. There could be only one reason for stopping here, an hour from big, sprawly Tucson right down at the bottom. On one side of the fence sits Nogales, America. On the other, Nogales, Mexico.
Which way is Mexico?
That way, it's right there.
Just walk across?
Yes, sir.
Just like that? Just across?
You're American?
No, I'm English.
Russian?
English. Look.
Ah, you're French.
No, English.
Take care, senor.
Thank you, mate. We're in Mexico. Didn't have to show our passports, just walked through a little wire gate. Quite amazing. Now what?
Hey, man, what's up, man?
There are certain services seedy border towns can offer the unkempt budget traveller at very attractive rates. After 7 weeks cooped up in a motorhome together, I'm sure you get the picture.
Where'd you get a hairstyle like that from?
I born like this. I born.
You were born like this?
Yeah.
Really? Wow. Hey, can you tell me when there's a good barber? And on the top, nada? Nada. Nothing. Nothing. Thank you.
Hoy vengo de La Habana del puerto de San Blas y conocí la hermana que tiene Nicolás. Hoy vengo de La Habana del puerto
Just to
de La
pequeños. Yeah.
Nicolás y Nicolás. Lo mucho que
Smell
te
nice.
quiero y el más bajo que me das.
Get your hair cut, hippie.
Even if the locals don't understand you, in my book, it's worth travelling to another country if they'll cut your hair for less than £2. Border towns always have a lot of tempting, competitively priced tat. These can make great souvenirs.
Las 3 amigos.
Si acaso y en la guerra me llegan a matar, con un querido amigo te mandan a avisar. Amada Marcelina, mujer de Don Simón, que quiere que yo coma los tamales de tejón. Colas y Nicolás.
An important economic policy the American Democratic Party managed to push through Congress in recent years was the North American Free Trade Agreement, NAFTA, which officially creates a kinder, sorta common market between Mexico and the United States. It's busy trading towns like Nogales where you can gauge its socio-economic impact.
NAFTA.
North American Free Trade Agreement. What do you think of the North American Free Trade Agreement?
No entiendes mi inglés.
North American Free Trade Agreement. Good? Good? Yes?
Yes.
North American Free Trade Agreement bad?
No crimen.
Ah.
A lot of people think it's good because it gives jobs, it creates better relations between Mexico and Canada and America.
Can I ask you, do you often find like Mexicans like sneaking in the boot in the trunk of cars?
Oh, all the time.
All the time?
Yeah.
Do you ever get any, Mexicans slipping through here because you are near the border?
Oh, probably about 80 of them this year. About 4 nights ago, I had 6 more. And about 5 days ago, I had 6 of them arrested in my store.
A lot of the farmers, I mean, they depend on the Mexicans to come over and
Farm labor.
pick lettuce, and that's a big thing, the lettuce season. They'll come.
They go on welfare.
Do they, all of them?
Not all of them. Some of them are hardworking people.
Don't you get anybody trying to sneak into Mexico?
The dope is prevalent here because we're so close to the Mexican border. And they come over here with horseback, or mules, or backpacks, carrying dope up to the United States. And I come out here a lot by myself, but I never come without a gun. I never come without water in case my vehicle breaks down or something happens to me. Or if I run across a situation I'm not supposed to see. Okay, and it's like a Boy Scout, be prepared.
Once in a while, like the other night, they were smuggling drugs and we kind of caught them in the act and they started throwing rocks. Fortunately, nobody got hit.
It's not to show off with, it's not something to play with, it's not a toy, it's just a tool.
What happens if you actually would need it, though? I mean, in the situation.
I spent 4 years in the Marine Corps, 2.5 years in Vietnam, 9 years in the hospital, okay, from a wound that I received there. Does that answer your question, son?
The Nogales is, it's like, everything illegal is going on you can imagine.
Like the Wild West.
They just caught cocaine there this morning.
Did they?
200-something pounds.
You would adapt too if you lived here with us. You'd have to.
Do people really hate you?
Some people, yeah, they just don't like the Border Patrol at all, because a lot of the Border Patrol, some of the Border Patrol guys, every chance they get to abuse these people, they'll whack them around, you know, do stuff like that, and then it creates a bad image for everybody.
When you're whipping around America, seeing all you can see in a motorhome in 2 months, it often happens that you have to drive through the night and then stop in the middle of nowhere, which is exactly what we did yesterday. It was so in the middle of nowhere that it wasn't even marked on the map.
It's on my map.
It's not on mine, look.
You must have an old map.
No, it's new, we bought it here.
Yes, it was that small. In fact, it was small town America.
Why?
Why?
Because only 68 people live here. That's why. The town's called Y. Why?
This little community used to be called Y, just the letter Y, because it's a Y junction.
And then everybody started calling it Y. You know, I'll meet you at the Y in the road where 86 and 85 come together.
And then they got a post office in here, and they had to think of a name for the town.
It's got to be more than one letter, so we said 3 letters. And they said, sure, W-H-Y, Y. Still got Y in there.
That's like calling your dog, dog.
Nevertheless, a dusty, dry, windswept town of 68 called Y in Arizona was born. And there's really nothing to it. There's a campsite.
We're really overcrowded for this time of year, you know. There's 2 people here, so.
And we're 3 of them.
Right.
There's a cafe full of American Indians from the reservation. There's the town's only bar.
You get a lot of lunchtime boozing.
No, not really.
When all the executives stream out of their offices.
And there are a few basic amenities that have grown up in response to the volume of traffic that passes through on its way to Mexico.
It's a highway that connects, it's the main vein that goes into Mexico, is what it is. And where people are going down is to Rocky Point. They're going down to Mexico to enjoy the ocean. It's only 92 miles from here.
You're an Englishman, right?
Yes.
What are you doing here, marooned in the desert?
Shipwrecked.
What?
Shipwrecked.
There's no water.
No, I lost my yacht in a hurricane. And I ended up in the desert.
And why did you stay?
Here, because it's like the sea, it's open. It's very much like the sea, because there's nothing, but there's everything. You know, there's lots of life in the desert. There's lots of life at sea.
Back in England, did you find it claustrophobic?
Claustrophobic and boring.
Really?
People are dead in England.
No, they're not. Not all of them.
Well, most of them. All my friends are.
You wonder what the residents do then for kicks in such a small American town. It doesn't take long to find out.
What's with the gun, Jeff?
It's a sport out here picked up from the local cowboys.
I'm going to kick your little skinny ass if you disobey me, okay? Get over
It's not that skinny, actually, after all your portions. Julia Roberts in the desert. She likes it. I mean, shooting.
I would like anything that Julia Roberts done, okay? I would be into. So would England back there.
But generally, it's quite a macho. Do you think it's like a homoerotic bonding thing?
I've earned a right to bear arms. I am an American citizen. This is my country. I'm a landowner. I'm a taxpayer. Okay? I am not a criminal. I have no record. Okay? There's nothing wrong with me owning a firearm or going flanking with some friends.
What would you say if I said, why can't you just use, you know, plastic laser guns if you just want to do target practice? I mean, why don't you have to use real bullets?
Why don't we just shadow box and not hit each other in a pro fight? Yeah, are you familiar with the 357, sir?
For me?
You, sir.
I didn't know what
Strap that
357
on.
stands for.
It's the caliber of the weapon.
Oh, it's big, this thing, isn't it? Comes out of my feet.
Huh?
Comes out of my feet.
Mm-hmm. That's called a Black Hawk, okay?
Am I going to blow my kneecap off?
No, you're not, okay? What we're going to do is you're going to pay attention to me. At any time that one of these guns cross my chest or any part of my body or any of the parts of anybody else's body here, okay?
Mm-hmm.
We'll talk about it immediately.
Okay.
All right? I am not a bashful person, gentlemen. If you think I am, I'll try and get over it, all right?
Okay.
Promise, all right.
Yeah, don't be shy with me. Big bolt of lightning over there.
Come on, Jeffrey. Some on top of the culvert there, Jeff. Okay, you've never pistol shot before?
No, no.
You've never aimed a pistol?
No.
You've never looked at one? You've never handled one? You've never done anything?
No, only a plastic one when I was a kid.
All right, we got some cans down there. You, sir. Let's you try you first, all right? Feed one of them, one at a time inside the chamber with the barrel pointing towards the ground. Look, you can put your earplugs in. It's fine. There's nothing...
Sissy about it.
No, not
There
at
is,
all.
there is, isn't it?
It's recommended, as a matter of fact, okay?
It's very sissy, isn't it?
Just, no, it's not. It's recommended.
It's just I got very sensitive ears. Oh, God! Sorry.
You shot about 8 inches from the can, and when the bullet hit the ground, all the garbage pushed the can forward, okay?
No, you liar. I got it. I saw it. Okay, I'm not lying.
You want to try? Get up there. As we move up, pull the hammer back just like you done the other one.
Oh, it's so heavy.
It's a two-handed gun, okay?
Yeah. Oh! Oh. It's a bit of a kick, really, hasn't it? It went like this.
But that's horse killer. That's the one I take grizzly bear hunting with me.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
You don't hunt grizzlies
Yes,
and kill them?
yes.
Why?
Why would you eat a cow? Do you eat hamburger?
No.
You eat meat at all?
Yes.
Would you lie to me?
No.
Huh?
I don't eat much beef. A bit of chicken.
I like truthful people. All right. Hang in there. All right.
So what is it? I've got to put my glasses behind the bar.
Terrible as it may sound to we Europeans, guns really are a fact of life in the States. Let's just hope they stay there.
Ma'am,
Thank you, ma'am.
it is loaded, by the way, so don't hit the trigger. Have a corn chip.
I'm from the United States of America. Okay? You're an Englishman. I have never liked a limey in my life. Okay?
Until now.
Why I don't field dress you and gut you out and hang you on that wall, I do not know, next to that American flag there. Okay? Do you understand me?
Now, what have I done to you? Huh?
Only on Saturdays.
Only with beer. I've got to put one arm on my shoulder, I think. Isn't it? It's close enough.
Shrinking violet types don't fare too well at night either, as rest and relaxation continues in the same macho vein.
Get my leg back here and win. Get your goddamn leg up equal to mine.
No, you don't have to. Get your leg over.
There's no getting away from it. American bars in small towns like Y will always be foreign to us tourists.
What was that meant to be?
That is called male bonding.
When you travel to the southwestern United States, however hard you try, there's no escaping the Spanish. That's their architecture, not their tourists. The tourists are German.
It's the Hemingway of South Tour, of whiskey tour.
I think you've had enough whiskey for tonight, I'll tell you.
Wandering around baroque but folksy missions like the 300-year-old San Xavier del Bac, just outside Tucson, Arizona, you get a real feeling for that once legendary Spanish missionizing zeal. You also come to the sudden realization that Catholics probably had the architectural edge on modern Methodists. If being an oldie-worldy culture vulture in Arizona